How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we're about to break down Sofi, go over the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do. You guys know the drill, and we'll break down what a certain somebody said about Sofi, which, well, might mean a pullback is actually coming now. So, guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And by the way, that certain someone is Jim Cramer. We're going to talk about what Jim Cramer said about Sofi in this video. So hit the like button, subscribe, join my free email stock newsletter, guys, and check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates, which I posted one yesterday. All the links are right down below. And now, cheers. Let's dive into it. So, as of now, guys, it's about 11:30, almost noon here on the East Coast, and we have Sofi down about 0.25% on the day. Not much, really, just 5 cents in the red, trading at $21.27, as every index, by the way, is down as well, except for QQQ, which is up 0.5%. Not bad for the Qs, but we have the S&P pretty much at break even, down barely. But the Dow's down 0.6, and we have the Russell down almost 1%. And now actually the S&P is going green, but overall, guys, not the best day for stocks, right? And Sofi opened up at about, it's been quite rocky, to be honest with you all. Sofi opened up at about $21.30. It got down to $21. Then we saw a bit of a run to $21.60. Pretty big move there. Then it sold off down to about, $21.30, kind of where we are right now. So at this point, guys, we're a bit rocky, but pretty much at break even. Nothing too crazy is going on here on the charts, and really you can argue that we're just consolidating these last 2-3 trading days. You can see on Friday we hit 21.85 pretty much. Then yesterday we sold down a little bit, and we mentioned in yesterday's video how we actually took out the closing price and the opening price from Friday and the closing price from Thursday with yesterday's dump off. But we then ended up rallying, closing pretty much at break even yesterday. And again, that's where we are now. So you can make a serious argument that Sofi is just consolidating right now, getting ready for that next big move, which on the 30-minute chart, it sure looks like we're riding the 180 SMA. We're actually breaking over the 50 SMA with today's session. You guys see we're starting to break out of there, which is good, right? So Sofi is looking great on the 30-minute chart, on the 1-hour chart. We're above the 180 SMA. Now we're breaking over the 50 SMA. And on the 4-hour time frame, obviously, we're well above both moving averages. And I still think we're pretty overbought. So I'm not touching the stock at these levels, but I'm just holding on, right? I'm just holding on to my shares that I have and just kind of taking it day by day now with earnings coming up here on the 29th. Yeah, the 29th, which is actually 2 weeks away from today. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, we're getting Sofi's earnings. It's going to be, let's just say it's going to be a big day for Sofi, right? So let me show you what Cramer is saying now. And obviously, we're joking around a little bit. Oh, Cramer says this. The stock's going to crash now. It's obviously all in fun, right? Fun and, fun and jokes, right? What's it called? Well, I can't curse here on YouTube, but, the saying, S-H-I-T and giggles, right? Right? That's what we're doing here. So Jim Cramer on Sofi, he said, I'm staying with Noto. Let me come down here and say, or show you guys this, and looks like a caller called in to a show for Cramer's take on Sofi. This might have been yesterday, guys. I didn't see it live, but either way, Cramer said, all right, now normally people would think that since you recommended at $3, at $5, at $7, at $9, did he actually though? I didn't even realize that. Did Let me know in the comments, guys. Was Cramer recommending SoFi at $3, 5, 7, 9? Maybe he was. I don't know. But he essentially said, all right, now normally people would think that since you recommended it at $3, 5, 7, $9, that you would call and just run for the hills at $20. But no, there's still so many bankers who have a sell on this thing. I'm staying with Noto, is what Cramer said. So there's a lot of bankers apparently that have a sell rating on SoFi, but Cramer's staying with Noto. And I jokingly said earlier in the video, now's the time to run for the hills, right? That Cramer's saying this, but obviously, no, we're not doing that. I'm holding on. You guys can run to the hills if you want, but he said, oh, I like SoFi. We've been back. Anthony Noto knows we have been behind this thing the whole way. And you know what? It gets thrown back at this level. I am not concerned. I think it goes to new highs, is what Cramer is saying, which ultimately I agree with. I mean, look, I think we're going to all-time highs on SoFi. No doubt. I mean, maybe not in 2025. I don't know what year it's going to happen, what month, when it's going to happen, but I agree with him there. I do think we're going to hit all-time highs, maybe even at the end of this year, honestly. If I had to pick a time, if I had to predict when it could happen, maybe the end of this year. I mean, look, SoFi, the all-time high is $28, and yeah, we are a good ways away from that. I mean, for us to get to 28, we need to go up another 30%. Think about that, guys, 30%. Is it possible? Of course. Will it happen this year? I don't know. It's a bit risky, but I think it could be happening in the next 12 months, in my opinion. But first of all, I think we're due for a pullback. I know. I've been saying that these last couple of SoFi updates, and I'm going to keep saying it because the last thing I want you guys to do, even though you have to trade at your own risk, I'm not a financial advisor. The last thing I want you to do is to rush into this stock now, FOMO into it, and then we get a 20% drop or something, which might happen, maybe even after earnings. It might take earnings to bring this thing down. I don't know. And by the way, speaking of earnings, we covered this in, I think, 2 videos ago. Each time SoFi's reported earnings the last 4 quarters, the stocks run big time into earnings, and then it's fallen each of the last 4 quarters. The stock sold off after earnings. Is that what is setting up here again? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But we have earnings not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after that. And at this point, man, markets are a bit shaky. The VIX is creeping up. Red's coming back into the market. SoFi is a bit hot. We got to be careful here. That's the reality. We have to be careful at these levels, and we'll play it by ear. And with that being said, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe here on the channel. I appreciate it. Join the free email stock newsletter. It's literally free, and I send out my top stocks weekly to your email. And if you guys want to be a part of the Patreon, see what I'm doing, how I'm building my portfolio, that is linked down below on Patreon, or go to stassurfes.com, STASSERFES.com/Patreon, and you guys will be in there just like that. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.